What is going on, everybody? Come on in. Welcome to the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. We are all local sports all the time. And Trey, it is week 2 of the DIAA football season.
Yeah.
A little chilly out there, but you know what? Perfect football weather.
Yeah, it was very cold. Welcome on into another episode of DSI. Freezing right now, so where else really would you rather be than on the recliner getting your local sports fix? Brandon,
that's right.
We saw a lot tonight. Even though the summer weather is long gone, we'll begin this evening by the beach, if you will. Cape Henlopen football won just 2 games a year ago, but they looked much improved last week on the road against Sussex Central.
They did.
A litmus test of sorts, or more like SATs, with the Henlopen North royalty, Smyrna, coming to Lewis tonight. So could the Vikings contain Aiden Sanchez and the high-flying Smyrna offense?
I don't know.
Well, simply put, the answer was no. Sanchez swinging to Yamir Knight in the screen. He's going to gallop on his way on in. 2-pointer good. Cape running game did some damage. And about this? The grab from Jordan Barnes gets the feet down, and all of a sudden, Cape's looking good.
That's right. Check out the quarterback turned punter right here. Henry D'Ambrosio able to corral the bad snap, gets the punt off from his own end zone, rolls all the way to the 38, 51 yards right there. Impressive play there.
Don't
but,
matter.
hey, that didn't stop the Eagles. Sanchez going over the top for Yamir Knight again. No one's going to catch him. Another score for the Eagles. And they begin to pull away right here. We move to the final minute before half. Sanchez, Wayne Knight right here, stays on his feet. And he's off and running. Makes another man miss at midfield. And there he goes, turning on the Jets again. This Smyrna offense, Trey, is so lethal. We keep saying it week after week. Sanchez was on point tonight. At least 6 touchdown passes. The Knight brothers are a big problem for Delaware defenses. And hey, the Smyrna defense did their job tonight. Smyrna wins 54-13 over Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, Brandon, we talked about it last week. Smyrna is so loaded on the offensive side of the ball. It seems like for years now, they don't really rebuild. They just reload. Yeah. Especially on offense. These 2 Knight guys are flat out special, just as special as Will was. Yeah. Well, the problem is now, there isn't just one to be worried about. There are 2. So when 25 goes to the sideline, here comes number 8. And if both of them are out, they probably have the best quarterback in the conference in Aiden Sanchez. It's just a lot to contend with.
Yeah, it's like cutting the dragon's head off and 2 more heads pop out with the Knight brothers. We already know Smyrna is dynamic on offense. We have a couple of players who could be guys to watch for Player of the Year this year. And at times it seems like they were slowing it down offensively intentionally to tinker with some things, maybe looking down the road. But I want to focus on the defense here with Smyrna. Smyrna had some difficulty containing the running game tonight. Cape senior Jaden Davis is a name to remember because he was getting after it on the ground tonight, getting some yards out there on the Smyrna defense. The Eagles can win it all this season, no doubt about that. But if they run into a team with a solid O-line who can run the ball and control the clock, that could give this team a real challenge down the line. I'd like to see them shore that up before we get closer to playoff time.
And what you just said, it'd be really interesting to see someone pull a Smyrna on Smyrna with that earthquake formation and maybe run it at them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to the team that Smyrna throttled last week. We're talking about Dover. The Senators looking to bounce back against Salesianum. Home team able to get a field goal on their first drive. So things are looking pretty good for the Senators early on. But that's when the wheels started falling off from there. Mayshawn Tiller on the ensuing kickoff return. He's going to go all the way to the house, 95 yards. The Sows get the 2-point conversion. They take the 8-3 lead. Next Dover drive, Jordan Moran drops back to pass, picked off by Rasheen Kalk, and he sets the Sows up nicely with this return right here. Ball on the 4-yard line. Handoff goes to Cooper Brown. He powers his way in for the score, and the Sows up 11 in the first quarter. But the Senators' next drive, Moran swing pass finds Tyrese Sanabria, and he puts it on the ground, recovered by Sally's inside the 20. You don't want to see that. Sets up Brown once again. What can Brown do for you? He's pushing through for his second of the game right there. Salesianum goes on to take it 21-9 over Dover. The Senator offense just doesn't look so good so far, Trey.
Yeah, remember Delmar missed the season opener because of an outbreak at Woodbridge. Well, the Cats get Seaford tonight in their home opener, already with a touchdown. Got a feeling we'll be saying this name a lot. Jalen Warner, over 100 yards in his first 3 carries. The second touchdown of the night is right there.
Impressive.
Cats ahead 14-0. and they'd get another. Rajay Allen getting across the goal line to make it a 3-score game. Now, Seaford running Mark Quillen's pistol offense now. Going to try the wide sweep, but Trent Kemp going to sniff it out. And once again, they got the ball back on offense, and it was over from there. Warner, 3 touchdowns. Watch how slippery this kid is, and watch him reach it right over the goal line to score. Delmarva goes on to win 21-6 the final.
Yeah, kept it a little close there for Seaford. Way to go. Now let's go to Camden. CR hosting Central. Jump ahead to the 4th. Riders down 4, and Tremere Woodland drops back to pass, hits Corey Handy for the 25-yard gain. CR on a long 5-minute drive, eating that clock. 3 minutes to go. Watch this right here. Woodland drops back, finds DeAndre Kale for the 2nd straight week. Kale jumps over the defender.
That dude's ridiculous.
We saw this last week. He does it again for the insane touchdown. 2-point lead. The extra point was no good for the Riders, so Central gets the ball with about 3 minutes to play. Zamir Gardner rolling out, hits Diego Rodriguez-Costa for the long gain past midfield, so Central's got something going here. Sideline warning on Central, wipes that away. Their 3rd warning on that drive. Trey, that's rough right there. You hate to see that. That would be it. The Knights couldn't get anything going after that. CR is 2-0 for the first time since 2017.
How about it? And the other game we were supposed to have on tap tonight, but we got surprised. Laurel at Indian River. That game was moved to Monday for what we are assuming, at least by all accounts of Ulysses Garcia, the great field conditions after heavy rain last night in the Dagsboro area. Now, after they do get together, one of these teams will be 2-0. I'm taking Laurel to win on the road, Brandon, on Monday. What do you think?
I would love to give the Indians a little bit of credit here, but I got to say, after seeing Laurel last week in that ferocious defensive line against Lake, I got to take the Bulldogs in that one, Trey. So I'm thinking Laurel's going to go 2-0, and they're going to be one of the teams in the driver's seat early on in the Henlopen South. All right, let's move on to some scores from around the conference. Check this out. Lake Forest going north to Wilmington. The Spartans fought right down to the wire in this one. Actually, this was the battle of the Spartans right here. They scored a touchdown with 4 minutes to go and went for the win. But the option was stuffed on the 2-point conversion, and Lake falls to 0-2. But give them credit for going out there and trying for the win right there.
Yeah, I am not the guy to question Fred Johnson for going for a win. All right, and the other 2 games that were on schedule were Woodbridge, Milford, and, of course, Sussex Tech, Polytech, both of which were canceled, or I guess they will be no contest because of coronavirus outbreaks at Woodbridge and at Sussex Tech.
Right.
All right, so what do we come away with what we saw this weekend? First of all, I'm very impressed by CR. Their defense has gotten the job done. They shut out Sussex Tech on the road, now only allowed 10 points at home to Sussex Central. Very impressive. Cannot wait to see how they perform next week against that Delmarva triple option offense.
That's right. I think we will know for sure if CR is for real or not after next week with Delmarva. That's going to be a real challenge for them. A couple of things. First, I want to commend Lake once again. They went for it all, going all the way up to Wilmington this week. I mean, they fought hard till the very end. They went for the win, and they didn't get it, but I think that's the right call. When you're on the road, you have a chance to win. You take that chance to win right there. One more thing, we have a Monday Night Football to look forward to with Laurel and Indian River. Again, one of those teams will be 2-0. It's early, but a win will put one of those teams in contention for a wide-open Henlopen South. And like we talked about last week with Woodbridge missing maybe 3 games, who knows what happens in the Henlopen South?
Yeah, it's just like everything else we're seeing around the country with the NFL having cancellations for COVID. Heck, we just saw Trevor Lawrence go out with the COVID, diagnosis. So what's that going to mean for college football? Same thing here in high school. You never know what's going to happen. And right now, if Laurel can get a win or Indian River can get a win, don't look now, but they are 2-0 in the Henlopen South where nothing is promised for the remainder of the year. So go figure. Pretty crazy. That's going to do it for the A block. When we come back, Cape Field hockey looking pretty good. Are we seeing the early stages of another state title team? That and more when DSI returns.
My name's Aiden Sanchez from Smyrna High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.